Hi, everybody.
Hi, everybody.
I just said it.
Okay, did you just say that? All right. Good morning to you.
Fine.
All right, we're just getting the coffee rolling here. It's been an exciting morning today, hasn't it?
Absolutely.
What do you got to say about today?
Nothing to say. Well, forget about it.
It gets,
matter of fact.
Sometimes it gets pretty busy around here, as you might imagine.
So you just got an Amazon package.
Okay,
Actually,
guys.
we were trying to...
Here's the deal. We got 5 kids. I might be the biggest one, guys. We got 6 kids. I had to get one of my Christmas presents early, guys.
Oh, yeah.
So my wife here got me a really cool album. This is King's X, the album Faith, Hope, Love. This is one of the coolest albums ever.
No idea of what that was when I ordered it. Just
King's X is a great, excellent band. Excellent band. They're a 3-piece. I like 3-piece bands a lot. You know why? You know why? Because it leaves room for the bass player to fill a whole bunch of space, which bass players love. Look, think of Rush, of course, comes to mind. Triumph, and a great 3-piece band. How about Zebra?
Cool.
How about Zebra?
Yeah,
Zebra. Another cool 3-piece band. Yeah. And then, of course, we can't forget Cream, the original power trio. Jack Bruce, Eric Clapton, and Ginger Baker. Now that's where it all started. Even the guys in Rush, of course. Huh?
Year?
That started way back in probably 67. 67, guys, probably. So anyways, yeah, Cream. My wife might not be too schooled on Cream. I play it around the house, but she might have went past her. Cream was where Eric Clapton basically came from. Now, Cream was a 3-piece, bass, drums, and guitar. And Eric Clapton was one of the original guitar heroes. Like one of the original, and he was, I mean, I love Eric Clapton now, but I gotta say, I really loved him back then in those days. That was even before I was born. But anyhow, King's X, Faith, Hope, Love.
Makes it great.
Check it out.
Doesn't it?
On vinyl especially. Okay? All right, so what else are we going to do today?
You know what? I brought you, actually. I tricked you.
You tricked me.
Yes.
This has been the first time.
I have a topic I want to talk about today.
Okay.
Because there's been a question from one of your bass pals.
All right, we have a bass pal question. Awesome.
Okay, his
awesome.
name is Devon.
Devon, how you doing? Thank you.
Right. Hi, Devon. And...
Okay.
A second ago, the Christmas shopping on the phone that I pull out by accident.
Okay. Don't want to see any
No.
special Christmas shopping.
That's what I say.
Okay.
Sorry. There he is. Okay, so Devon, which I believe it must be from England, right? Somebody who signs Cheers, Man.
If he signed Cheers, Man, he could be from England.
All right, so let's try. I came across your Joy to the World video. It's pretty sick.
Thank you.
Wanted to ask about your finger technique, especially the 3-finger plucking. Do you alternate between 2 fingers and the 3 fingers depending on the part?
Okay.
With 3 fingers, do you rest them on the pickup or on the string above when you play?
Okay.
And then question number 3, any tips / advice on how I can improve my 3-finger plucking technique?
Okay, let's start with the first part. Hi, Devon. Thanks for your question. 3-finger technique.
Well, hang on.
Okay.
Let's rewind just a little bit.
Let's rewind.
So he found you through this bass video.
Oh, you found Joy to the World.
Joy to the World. Okay?
Yeah, that's Joy to the World is my latest single off of Bass in Your Face, which is my new album.
Guys.
Came out in Japan in
a
couple months ago. This is a write-up in a bass magazine in Japan. Thank you guys over there.
Yeah, that was
We appreciate
awesome.
it. Basically, it's a instrumental shred fest of bass.
It did really good in Japan, didn't it?
It did really good.
Yeah.
I'm really stoked how well it went in Japan.
Good job. They put a lot of work in it, so.
Yeah, so it's really cool that you guys are supporting it. Thank you very much. A couple years ago, I came up with an idea to stick a GoPro on the bass. I went, hey, honey, what do you think? I got an idea. You know what I should do? I should stick GoPro on the bridge and film a bass solo.
I kept telling you should start doing some kind of.
That's right.
My idea.
That's right. You said, why don't you make an instrumental album of bass?
Right. You should make another instrumental.
Well, you know what the thing is throughout
like
the years.
Like show what you can do, because so many times the bass gets buried.
It gets buried in the mix.
Yes.
You know, throughout the years of all the stuff I do. So many fans go, oh, hey, I love your solo with MSG on Into the Arena or something like that, where it's the bass solo, and it's like, oh, wow, thank you. So I started thinking, you know, I need to do something just focusing on
to showcase
on
bass
just
skills.
that.
Yeah.
And
plus you played different instruments too, right? In the album you played the mandolin, the guitar.
Yeah, I take each song one by one, because I would do a song and we would go, let's see, what kind of crazy video could I come up with? Let's go to the ocean and let me run around on the rocks and try to make something cool there. So that's where the Abyss came out of. So I took each song as its own thing, and I wasn't even thinking of making an album until this last Bees tour, when I had the opportunity to put it out as an album. So,
but you want it to be a DVD.
I wanted it to be a DVD.
Right?
That's what it's been even written for, and I hope you enjoy it as an album. I think it works great as an album too. I ended up doing all the instruments and everything basically myself. It's been a blast. Devin, I'm glad that you're listening to it. Appreciate it. Now, onto the picking technique. Way back in the 80s, I started playing with all four, actually. And I've played for many years with all four. Pinky was
What's harder? This is just a real question. Is it harder to play with just two fingers, or is it harder to articulate and use all four?
Well, in Japan, it got very in this magazine article, it's kind of funny. It got very technical about the mathematics of when the finger comes back around to the one.
I think there's actually
appreciate the Japanese for being so technical about that. Anyhow,
magazine, I think.
Basically, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So sometimes your one ends up on a different finger. Billy Sheehan is a three-finger guy. He does that a lot, like all the time. It may have looked like three-finger. It's probably two, because
moving super fast.
Because two. Now I kind of even with Yngwie and Michael Schenker, I was playing with four all the time. Even if it's a simple song, I was probably playing da 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 da, like the four fingers rolling. It's kind of like a rolling technique. And then somewhere along the way, I went back to two. Guys like Steve Harris, they think it's a three-finger. It's not. He has two. And I found out that in most cases, if you're playing with AC/DC or something like that, it's really helpful to keep a really solid, rock-solid technique. So I went back to two. So what you're seeing is probably that. Sometimes, for instance, in the Christmas Wish, there's the middle section where I'm really playing some fast notes. That's four. That's four fingers, and you can clearly see that. So I do that, and I don't think about it. It's not something I think about. I used to think about it. Let me try to think about it, and it doesn't work.
So the best thing is just don't think about it.
In fact, everything I do, I don't think about, as you might have noticed. No. In fact, it's mainly a feel thing, but most of the time it's the two fingers.
What
Nowadays.
about when you were talking about the galloping thing? Like
the galloping thing. Okay, like the Iron Maiden gallop. Most people think he's going That's an easy way to do it. That's a very easy way to do it. And I grew up doing that for a long time. I would put on albums like Killers and stuff like that, and just that used to be a workout record for me because it's just so fast and digging in. So that was the stuff that I grew up. That taught me how to play basically.
But so it doesn't play with all four.
But I've read articles. He says he only does two, and you can see that clearly, which is cool. Stanley Clarke has the fastest two-fingered plucking I've probably ever heard. So check out School Days by Stanley Clarke. That is an amazing. I have the vinyl. Yeah, check it out. Okay, all right. So Devin, check out this album too. Stanley Clarke School Days.
Wow.
This is okay. A little information about this record here.
I like those white pants.
My guitar teacher when I was a kid, he goes, "You got to check out. You're playing great, Barry. Why don't you check out Stanley Clarke? Go buy the album School Days." So I went and bought this album, and the song School Days itself, in one listen, just blew me to a different universe as far as bass playing goes. I didn't know the bass could do these kind of things.
Wow.
So this record here is a very important album in my bass upbringing here. Stanley Clarke.
What is he doing now?
Stanley Clarke is still amazing.
Oh, really?
He's still amazing, yeah. So, back to your question here. This one's great anyways. Aerosmith, Draw the Line. That's great. Okay. That's just great. Simply great. Many times, I think you mentioned about a pickup.
The pickup.
Many times, it depends on the bass.
Palm rest.
Sometimes the pickup works great. With my number one bass, this is my number one bass. I could not live without this bass right here. This bass here, I have a thumb rest. Okay?
Well, 10 years of solid bass playing, right?
Yeah, this bass here is really important to me. Yeah. So anyways, most of these guitars, all my signature models, I have a thumb rest right here. And it really is great.
Until a few years ago, though,
it
right?
is. When you're playing, even if you're playing Back in Black or something, AC/DC, something easy, you anchor your hand in there, and it's just really solid. Sometimes I actually rest my thumb on the E string itself. If I'm playing 5-string, many times the B string, I'm resting on it because 85% of the time I'm not playing that string. So, hi person. Okay.
Who's that?
Some lady walking. So anyways.
Did she see us?
No.
Was she spying on us?
No. Anyways, so a thumb rest works great for me. There he is.
No way. Hey,
there you are.
Guys, look at that.
Hey, wow, I'm
what
so
do you know?
proud. There's Stanley Clarke right there. He's in the same magazine.
Next to your article.
Wow. Okay.
What do you know?
What do you know, guys? Anyhow, so Devin, so a good exercise, if you're doing 3, 4, 2, whatever you're doing. Now I actually.
There's an article about him, Barry. I'm sorry, Annie.
Yeah, Stanley Clarke.
Today we can read it. Yeah.
Stanley Clarke is one of the greatest in the whole world. Turn the page. Okay.
All right.
Anyways, a good exercise I do when we're driving, especially if if we're driving across, we go on road trips a lot. Okay. Many times for a couple hours, I'm driving and I'm working out my fingers on the steering wheel.
It does.
I just pluck, just like you do the strings. Just pluck.
Yeah.
And you're going to feel your muscles working really good. Don't overdo it. You don't want to hurt your tendons and stuff. But that is very helpful.
That helped, yeah.
And, of course, growing up and even now, I spend as much time as I can practicing. Many times I put on records.
Every day.
You see, I love vinyl. I put on records and just practice meaningless scales or exercises. Like I said, the bass is a very physical instrument as far as it takes, it's big. It takes a lot of muscles to play it.
Drums and bass.
Yeah. So I don't like to go without practicing. I can't stand. I've always been a practice freak. So I don't like the feeling of when the guitar. Sometimes I tell her, I go,
Gotta be ready.
honey, I just got to play a little bit. My fingers feel weird. What I used to do, especially, I would come home from school when I was a kid, and I would play for 6 or 7 hours, probably something like that every day. What I would do is I'd put a record on.
It's awesome to see the type of dedication you had at a young age.
I think it was a little strange, actually.
Yeah.
Looking
You
back
won't
at it now.
find
Looking back at it now.
Having that anymore.
Yeah. It's hard to find dedication like
Yeah.
that. People are
Too
used to
many
it
distractions.
instantly. You know, your computers, everything.
Yeah.
Want instantly be, a great player. It takes time. I've never really played with compression so much, like a
that's
compressor.
another good point.
Yeah. And I've been
Why
told.
is that?
I've been told when I'm in a studio. I'd never thought about it, but I've been told by people in the studio. Go, wow, you play so smooth. There's no, it's really even player. So I think it's just I never had a compressor. I never really bothered playing with one so much. So one of the songs I'm very proud of is called "Dream of the Samurai." It has some really fast parts in it. It's a very challenging song to play. Let's check out a lick from "Dream of the Samurai." Check it out. All right, so Devin, thanks for your question.
Yeah. We'll see you in the next podcast.
That's right. So subscribe, give us a thumbs up,
and have a great day.
See you next time.
Bye.